Welcome to CSEGuru. In this session, we will discuss an example to implement function. Example is to print largest of three numbers using function. And if you are considering here, this is the normal program without using function to print the largest of three numbers. Okay, so this is the header file section, and this whole thing is nothing but the main section. And here we have declared three variables. Then enter the values of these three variables as integer and store with the variables a, b and c. Check the condition. If a is greater than b, then again check whether a is greater than c. Suppose if a value is greater than b and c means print a is largest. Else print c is largest. Because here itself we have checked a is greater than b. If this condition is true means a is greater than b. So b is a smaller value. Then only we are checking whether a is greater than c. Okay. If this condition fails in the sense, else part we need to print c is largest. Else, meaning is a is not larger than b or c. Then come to else part. So a is out of concept now because a is not greater than b or a is not greater than c. Now we need to check with b and c, which one is largest. Okay. So in else part, check whether b is greater than c. If the condition is true means b is largest. If the condition is false means go to else part and print c is largest. So this is the logic. Now this logic we are going to implement as a user-defined function. So in user-defined function, already we have discussed two examples. So already we know, okay. There are three elements in user-defined function. One is the function prototype that should be placed in the global declaration section, otherwise called function declaration. Second one is function call. We need to place within main function. Third one is function definition. So function prototype we need to include in global declaration section. Immediately after the header file section, we need to declare the functions. So this is largest of three numbers. So we make it large. Okay. The function name is large. So void large of three variables we need to use, that is int a, int b and int c. And this function prototype has to end with the semicolon. Okay. And these three statements we will include within main function itself. And these statements, the logic part. So logic part start from here and ends here. So this logic part we will include in function definition. So function definition, the same statement of function prototype without semicolon. So function definition is void large of int a comma int b comma int c. Okay. And here we should not place semicolon. So this is the function header. And this is the start of the user-defined function. Now this will be the end of the user-defined function. Okay. And within this user-defined function, we have specified this logic. And here check whether we have used any extra variables apart from a, b and c. Suppose if anything extra we have used in the sense, we need to declare in this declaration part. We have not used anything here. Suppose if we have used any variable in the sense, here we need to declare along with its data type. That is the declaration part. In function body, there are three parts. First is the declaration part. Okay. Here we are excluding this declaration part since we have not used any other variables apart from a, b and c. Okay. And next, if we are considering this complete thing is nothing but the execution part. And at the end of the execution, we need to include the return statement. So this return statement represents the end of the user-defined function. Then we have to include this curly brace. Okay. So now this is the user-defined function. Where is the function call? We need to include in main function. Here we need to include in within main function. So the function name is large, and the parameters we are passing here is a, b and c. So here we will store with the variable a, b and c, and these three parameter values we need to pass from the function call to the user-defined function. That is the function definition. So large of a, comma, b, comma, c. Why we have not used data type here? It is not required in function call. Only in function prototype and function header, it is required. We need to specify the parameters along with the data type. And also function, we need to specify with the parameter. Suppose if the function is going to return any parameter to the calling function, in the sense, we need to specify the corresponding data type here. What is the value it is returning? That corresponding data type we need to specify here. And this is the function call. So now everything we have completed here itself. Just we are making a function call. So when the function is called, in the sense, control will be transferred to the user-defined function. When the function is over, that is the user-defined function completed its execution, means immediately control will be handed over to the function call itself. Okay. Then simply we will return the main function. So this return statement will transfer control to the operating system. And this is the complete program. And this part is nothing but the function prototype or function declaration. Function prototype or function declaration. And this part is nothing but the function call. And here the function name I have mentioned is largest. Okay. Any name we can specify. And it should be same in all these three places. That is function prototype, function call, and function header of function definition. Okay. This is function call. And this whole thing, if you are considering, this is nothing but the function definition. Okay. This whole thing is function definition. And this is the complete user-defined function. And in function definition, there are two parts. One is the function header. And this is nothing but the function body. And here we have to include return statement. Okay. So these are all the elements of user-defined function. Function declaration or function prototype, function call, and this is function definition. This is the function header, and this is the function body, and this is the return statement. So when a function is called, in the sense, immediately control will be transferred to the user-defined function. When the function completes its task, that is, the execution is over, in the sense, immediately control will be handed over to the function called itself. Okay, so this is the logic of function. So now I think you will understand better the concept of function, what are all the elements of user-defined functions, what is the purpose of function prototype, what is the purpose of function call, what is the purpose of complete function definition, and that function header means what, function body, how we will implement, everything you will understand better, I hope. In the next session, we will move on to the next topic. Different ways of passing parameters to function. Thank you for watching this video.